All right, my name is Chuck Williams, and I have the privilege of hosting the Cepeda Monday night Zoom call with an emphasis on the product. Tonight we have a very special guest speaker. I'm going to get through some of the preliminary slides to set the stage, and I'm going to turn it over to Deanna Falchook, one of my favorite all-time Cepeda speakers. You're in for a real treat tonight, so it's not too late to text a friend, invite them to join us. If you happen to be watching this recording, be sure and get back with the person who invited you. They've done you a major favor by inviting you to watch this presentation. This is a picture of Kathy Coover. She's one of the founders of Isagenix. She's the wife of Jim Coover. Together with John Anderson, the three of them started this company back in 2002. Last week, we just celebrated our 16th birthday as a company, and this company is poised for greatness. We take this very, very seriously. We know we are sitting on top of a legacy company, that we want to be here for our children and our grandchildren, and therefore we take compliance very seriously here at Isagenix and on the Cepeda team. The statements in this presentation have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Isagenix products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. You can pause the recording or you can read on. This is not the ministry of the blind here, so hopefully you can see. And the main thing about the product is there's no guarantees. There's no crazy claims. Although I'll tell you, you get this stuff in your body and watch how your body responds. It is absolutely amazing. We are going to talk just a little bit about the income, not a whole lot, but we do have an Isamillionaire on the call, so we would be doing you a major disservice if we didn't tell you about the opportunity here. And then I will, at the end, wrap up with how you can share this and through our referral program, actually get your awesome nutritional products for free. That's pretty exciting. With that being said, I do want to share just a few words about the company. As I mentioned, Isagenix was founded in 2002. 16 years, $6 billion cumulatively in sales. Last year, just under $1 billion in sales. We're currently in 15 markets around the world, getting ready to expand in a major way globally. So you're here with a company that's still growing domestically here in the United States, but hasn't hardly even touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to international global expansion, which most companies in our industry, the network marketing, nutritional industry, have majority of their business. We haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg of the potential there. So there's a tremendous opportunity here. Our products are proven. We have hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers around the world, and we back our products with a satisfaction guarantee. It's backed with science, and I got to tell you from my personal experience, my wife and I were talking about this over dinner. We were trying to decide what our favorite product was, and we really couldn't decide. I mean, we were talking about 10 different things that we could really choose as our favorite product. We do know that we've been working out recently, and we don't ever want to be without our Recover again. The Amped Recover is phenomenal. You work out at the gym, and you literally are not sore, and it's just amazing. Thursday of last week, we ran out for the first time, and we really realized the difference in not having it. So we were doing a little party dance when the delivery person came today, delivering our recovery. We're getting ready for a workout tonight after this presentation. So there's several topics we can talk about. We may touch on all of them. We may talk on a few of them, but basically we're talking about energy. We're talking about weight loss. We're talking about time, getting time back in your life. How valuable is that? We're talking about healthy aging. Ladies and gentlemen, you might not have known me a year ago, but before I started using Isagenix B, my hair was a lot more gray than it is today, and I'm not dyeing it. It's the nutrition is actually turning my hair back to its original color. Now, it isn't growing any of the bald spots back. I won't give it that much credit, but it is turning what hair I have from gray back to its natural color. I love that. That was something I was not expecting. You may be in a job that's causing a lot of stress. Our products are known to relieve the effects of stress. Physical. Boy, we have some of the greatest performance studies going on and examples of people that are transforming their body from a physical standpoint. Amazing stuff going on there. Health. How important is your health? Well, a lot of us take our health for granted, but when you don't have it, you realize it's the most important thing you have here on this planet Earth. And then financial. And we are going to touch on some, if not all, these topics today. Can you relate to any one of these topics? I hope so. Now, without any further ado, I hope I've set the stage for an incredible presentation tonight. This will go down as one of the classics, I'm absolutely sure. She is one of my favorite speakers. I'm not kidding. She was the 200th millionaire with Isagenix. I had the privilege of meeting her before I knew she was a superstar. I met her at my first event, and she just happened to be in the same restaurant that my wife and some of our team were having dinner, and she was the friendliest, nicest gal. And then we see her up on stage as the kickoff speaker, and she shared her story, and it literally impacted every single person in that room. And me specifically. I had the privilege of doing a little work with her in the UK when we were both launching our UK business, and this lady is absolutely amazing. She's a mom of 8 kids. Can't wait to hear how you build a business with 8 kids. She's a 4-star Crystal executive, 7-star golden circle. And I'm still trying to figure out what those things mean, but I'll tell you, those numbers behind that mean she's helped a lot of people have success in this business. You can read all those credentials. She's earned each and every one of them. She is a phenomenal person, but the thing I like most is as I follow her on Facebook, I see how important her family is to her, and that's what's most important to me and many of you. So, Deanna, I'm going to turn this over to you, and we look forward to hearing your story tonight, and it's all yours for as long as you need, ma'am.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here tonight. Thank you so much, Chuck. You know, you're just a delight. I love you and your wife, and it's just a pleasure to be here. Actually, one of the reasons why I love that I'm speaking tonight is that tomorrow, March 27th, marks exactly my 5th, coming into 5 years. I started with Isagenix March 27th of 2013. And at the time, as you said, I'm a mom of 8 kids. I have, 5 kids that are adopted, and I 2 that I gave birth to, and I have a son-in-law. And, I was a very stressed out mom. I talk a lot about adoption weight gain. I'm hearing somebody kind of chatting in the background, but yeah. So anyhow, so I gained a lot of weight, and I was really feeling very stressed out. I didn't have enough energy to keep up with the kids. And just to sort of give you a little bit of background, kids come from really vulnerable and backgrounds as well. 3 of my kids were orphaned in Africa from Ethiopia, and we adopted them in 2008. And they were orphaned because their parents had died from AIDS and tuberculosis. And then what had happened was between 2008, when we adopted them, and we had adopted a little girl from Guatemala and had 2 children by birth, so we had 6 kids. We were called to really adopt in 2011 a little boy in the Ukraine. And at that time, we were really struggling financially because we wanted to go all in adoption, and we just didn't know how. We had been in the entertainment business for a handful of years, and we had been doing really, really well, but we were struggling, and we didn't really know, kind of how to, just find another way. So at the same time, physically I was exhausted, but I wanted to feed these kids better foods. Now, Alex, who we decided to adopt, we went over to the Ukraine to adopt him. The judge had told us that we had adopted him just in time, and we were struggling financially at the time to adopt him, but we ended up going and adopting him anyhow. And they said, had we not come, they were going to transfer him to an orphanage for the older kids, where kids as healthy as him had been known to die within 6 months of going there. Now, he was 5.5 at the time. And food, because we're talking about product tonight mainly. I mean, my story I can go on and on and on, but I want to talk a little bit about the food. One of the reasons why actually these kids die when they're transferred is because they battle over food. Like a little 5-year-old will get a piece of bread or something, and the older ones will just, abuse them. And so anyhow, we had adopted him, brought him home, had 3 from Ethiopia that had, different digestive issues. I was struggling, gaining weight, stressed out. Food was a really important thing, but we were struggling financially. And what it had come to is that we were eating expired food that had been donated to us from rejected food pantry food. In other words, they would go to the grocery stores, get expired food, and then whatever the food pantry didn't want, we would help supplement our diet with that. So even though I knew that food was so important, I was feeding my children like expired birthday cake for breakfast. And it was also during this time that I was researching the very best nutrition on the planet that I didn't think existed. I knew that we needed really great proteins. I knew that we needed food that had probiotics and prebiotics, and that were high protein, no steroids, just the best on the planet. And I really wanted this for my kids, just really to help with their immunity. And also, these kids had been exposed to so much stuff, so I wanted them to have a really clean diet, low glycemic and that type of thing. But I didn't think it existed. I didn't think we could afford it. And one day, and this is where I'm going to get into, kind of a little very personal time, because that's kind of how I roll. We were struggling financially. I gained a lot of weight. I felt like I had hit rock bottom, and I was sitting in a parking lot of a mall needing to buy a pair of sneakers for my son, Jared, and I could hardly afford it. And I remember crying and sobbing and just calling out to God. And I said, "Dear Lord, scour the universe for an opportunity to change my life and to help my kids. I don't know what it would be." I said, "but I really want to stay in adoption. And I just, you are the great connector. You are the great creator. Nothing that I can think of, could outdo what you could find for me." And I just said, "Dear Lord, please, please just help us. Because we were, like I said, we were like on the poverty grid at that point. I had been very successful in the past, but we were on the poverty grid. So anyhow, like a day or so later, somebody happens to just hand me a shake. I drink it, and I remember I'd been researching about this type of thing, and I grilled this woman. I was like, "Well, does it have this? Does it have that?" And it lined up with everything. It was like these New Zealand whey proteins, low glycemic, sweetened naturally, no artificial sweeteners, flavorings, colorings, New Zealand whey proteins, so that it meant that like the enzymes were live. It was like everything that I had researched and hoped for. And I had already had a snotty prayer and had asked God to send me something. So for a minute I was like, "Oh, I don't think I could afford it." But then I realized that I had that snotty prayer and I wasn't going to leave anything unturned. So I was like, I'm just going to go for it. And I ended up borrowing money to get my value pack. I actually thought that I was ordering a pack that was less expensive, but then I got the pack that I really wanted. And I got it. And then I was like, I have to pay this back. So then I shared it with my friends. And from there, number one, I lost weight. I will tell you, my first reaction to the products was, before anything physical, it was like about the fourth day, I remember feeling, and this is going to sound really odd considering it was just food, I felt a sense of optimism. And let that sink in a little bit. I was feeling very, very depressed. I had lost hope. When they told me, that this was a business opportunity too, if I wanted it to be, or it could just be products, we're talking about products tonight, I was like, I don't think I know two people. After like 4 days, I was like, I feel amazing. This could help my friends. Even if I don't lose any weight, I feel great. Well, I ended up losing 42 pounds. I started to share with my other friends who had adopted. Some had adopted like 8 kids. The first person I introduced this to had 15 children at home, 8 adopted. And then I just could not help sharing it. And then we grew this into a massive business. And my kids started to be more focused. They started using the products. I bought the products for my husband. And I cast a vision to people who were in ministry, in orphan care, and in adoption. And I just said, look, we've been neglecting a very obvious thing that we need to address. In churches, there's like, if you go into the Christian bookstore, there's like 1 or 2 books on nutrition. It's usually the Daniel fast. Like, it was never anything that had been addressed in adoption or anything. So I built this team that I call Adoptagenics. And then here I am 5 years later. In 3 years, I became an Isagenix Millionaire. And, I just really feel like we're just getting started. I feel like this company has so much integrity. I never would have gone into a business. I needed a work-at-home business. I needed a financial solution. But I fell into this because of the integrity. You put the word integrity up there, Chuck, and the integrity of the company and the integrity of the products and the integrity of the leadership. This is about truly transforming the planet. And all I wanted to do was to help eliminate the orphan crisis or see some kind of improvement in health and wellness globally. And now I get to work in this. This truly was the answer to that snotty prayer. And when God scoured the universe for an opportunity for me, it was this. And when I ran into John Anderson about a year later, and I said, wow, I had this prayer. And he said, and John Anderson is the gentleman, for those of you who don't know, who formulated these products. And I said, then this came. He goes, you'd be surprised at how many times I hear that people are like, dear God, send me something. And then it's Isagenix. So I obviously can't say enough. I'm on my 5th year. I'm sort of a veteran, and yet I feel like I'm brand new to the company. I really am just getting started. There's a lot of work I have to do, a lot of goals that I have. But I also can tell you that my life has changed dramatically. I now live, rather than worrying about food, I have annual tickets to Disney, a Disney food pass. I moved my children within miles of Disney World. I'm about ready to buy a house in a resort community so that we can have shuttles to Disney. We have swimming pools that literally look like I live in a water park. And, considering that these kids could have died and were left for nothing, I will do whatever I can to basically, I am going to overindulge them in a good way while raising them well at the same time. So that's what we're doing. And I'm so grateful.
Well, Deanna, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. And what I'd like you to do, we've got several brand new people. We got several guests live, and I know we'll have lots of guests watching this recording. From your experience of 5 years, could you just tell a new person what you would recommend they do to really find out, what is Isagenix all about? I have people ask me that, what is Isagenix? How would you describe that when you're talking to a friend, just in your 2-minute, 3-minute elevator speech?
Well, it depends on who I'm talking to, but to tell you guys in a very quick sentence, I would say it's really pretty much the Tesla of nutrition. It's science-based nutrition. That's another great way of describing it. But it's very innovative nutrition that will really help to optimize your body for the best. But I would tell you, when I talk to people, it depends on who I'm talking to. But first I talk about the problem, the solution, and what it'll do for you. And so if I'm talking to, a group like this, or let's say parents, I'll say something like this. I'll say a lot of parents struggle with their energy, keeping up with their kids, worrying about the future financially. What Isagenix has done is that they've created a solution for nutrition, for helping people with energy, healthy aging, all of the things that we need, but through food, so that we can live a longer life and a more energized life for our kids. I mean, I always answer in my mind. I have those 3 prompts that I actually took from Donald Miller from a great book that he's written. So it really depends, because it really is, everybody needs these products. We are not just a weight loss company. We are an energy company for, higher energy, healthy aging. I don't care how old you are. My mother is 87, and my sister's a chiropractor and a master nutritionist. And she is saying that these products are keeping her well hydrated and just really making her lifespan longer. She does have some different issues, but the nutrition is huge. So it's for everybody. So I would say it's the best nutrition on the planet, in my opinion, and based on the research that we have. But saying that it's science-based really is just telling you that we have tons of studies. And also saying that it's like the Tesla or whatever high-end car that you have that's high-tech. This is high-tech nutrition. This is like the equivalent of a self-driving car, but it's nutrition. So it helps me to have these short phrases that people can kind of relate to. And because there are a lot of different nutrition companies, but they don't really compare once you start researching what this is. It's not, again, it's just, we're not going on a diet. This is really something you want in your pantry in order to take care of yourself in the best way. A lot of people are going into prevention these days. We want to first see what we can do naturally before we don't want to get to that place, where we have to have too much intervention with chemicals or anything like that. So.
Well, Deanna, it's funny that you mentioned Tesla, because one of my good friends and one of our brand new Crystal managers owns a Tesla. He's a former professional basketball player and business owner. His name's Visceral Shaw. And he tells me that the whole world is based on referral marketing. When he refers a customer to a Tesla dealer, they pay him a referral bonus. Now, the difference is they don't pay down through levels. And I know this is a product call, so those of you that are just here for the product, don't worry, we're not going to get too much of the money. But you don't have an Isamillionaire on the call and not talk about how it changes people's lives financially. So As you close, Deanna, I'd just like you to share with the audience today what you see over the next 3 to 5 years with Isagenix. As you've been able to achieve financial freedom, you've seen many of your friends achieve great things from a financial side, from a business side. Just for a minute, then we'll get back in the product. What do you see with Isagenix?
Well, for the company as a whole, rather than, I won't speak personally right now, I'll get to that in a second. But you keep in mind, this company has been around just since 2002, and we're closing up close to $1 billion a year now. We will see either next year or the year after that triple. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. So this will be a $3 billion a year company, and it's going to expand and expand because, like you said, Chuck, in the beginning, we've barely touched the massive international market that we're about to dive into. So, it's always a great time to come into Isagenix, but because, by the way, they have an amazing compensation plan that, it doesn't matter. I mean, come in now. You could exceed what I'm making. I mean, you totally can. But so it's definitely going to be a multi-billion dollar a year company. And they say that one of the things that I love about the leadership is Kathy Cooper says she wants to create more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any other company. And she's already doing that. I mean, I started in 2013. They had 93 millionaires. I became the 200th millionaire in 2016. I can't remember. Anyhow, I was 3 years in. And, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I know that I will triple, quadruple my income. I know that even in my little team compared to, we have like maybe 600,000-700,000 associates globally, and there's 85% of that are product users. So it's okay. It's okay to use products. Most people start with using products, but also most people by day 4 are like me. They're like, I feel so excited. Like you kind of can't help it. So the first thing you do is you eat the food, and you will want to share it. But as far as financial growth, individual incomes are going to be blessed because one of the solution is wealth creation, and they have done this. And then just company-wide, you're going to see it. So, one of their goals is to help people financially. We're living during a time when people are ordering things to their door. Isagenix has been ahead of the curve, starting this in 2002. And so for me, I mean, I am really into high-tech, innovative, ahead of the curve stuff. I always have been. And so I'm excited because it's only going to get more active while more and more companies are, sending things, to your door, getting more wise with nutrition. And this company is sharp. They are sharp. They're already, trust me, in their labs, they're already thinking of the next products, So that's the other thing. We don't have just one product. We have like over 60. And so we have these amazing systems for you, which everybody should start with, to eat and to be a product of the product. But the individual products, they continue to create amazing things that are jaw-dropping. It's so fun to be a part of this, totally.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Do you have any closing thoughts before I let you go?
No, I will just say, if you're watching this, I mean, there's a money back guarantee. I would say do what I did. What I said to myself was, because at first I was like white knuckling it for a little bit. And then I told you I borrowed money. You don't go to the Whole Foods and sit there and go, oh my gosh, should I buy this vitamin D? I mean, this is refundable. Think of it as, you don't have to think of it as a marriage. Think of it as that it's like a date. You're checking it out, and you can always return it. But you may find the love of your life too. And that's what I did. So.
Awesome job. I know everybody's clapping for you like I am. You did a great job as expected. So thank you for joining us tonight. And let's wrap up our call with a little bit of details that can help you make a decision here. So let me go back to sharing my screen. Deanna, thank you so much. You were awesome.
Pleasure.
This is Josie Cepeda. She was going to be with us tonight also to give a short product testimony. It's absolutely transformed her life. We've got lots and lots of great stories just like that. We're not going to go into a lot of detail about the products tonight, but these are the 5 core products of Isagenix. All 5 are in my top 15 favorites. It's hard to pick one. They're so awesome. Again, we're not going into a lot of detail. This is my transformation. The picture on the left is a little before I joined Isagenix. I had actually lost a little of that fat before I joined Isagenix. The one in the middle is after I'd released 22 pounds with the Isagenix weight loss system. And then the one on the right is about 3 months ago when I was halfway through my transformation of my body, And literally today, at 56 years old, I am in as good a shape as I was back in my early 20s when I was playing college and baseball, college football and baseball. Absolutely love the performance products that Isagenix affords us. So how much are you spending to feed your body today? That's the question I want to kind of wrap up our call with today. And you probably need to do a little calculation on that if you haven't done it. You know, figure out what you're spending your grocery bill on a weekly, monthly basis. What are you spending going out to eat dinners, lunches, breakfasts, coffees, cafes? Add all that up, figure out what you spend on a daily basis, and then compare that to the nutrition that you can get with Isagenix. Now, on the Wednesday call, same link that you came to today, the Cepedas offer more of a business side, and that's that top pack. That's the ultimate business building pack. We don't emphasize that too much on tonight's call, although if you're looking at this as a business, that is by far your best value and your best pack. It's the ultimate pack for a reason. The one we emphasize on the product call is the value pack. At about $21 a day, you get all the tremendous nutrition you could possibly need, snacks, everything that helps the program work to its fullest. We look for the person to have the greatest experience. And in order to do that, you want to have a well-rounded supply of products. The value pack is that. And it also is going to help you refer a couple other customers and basically pay for your products, as I'm going to show you in just a minute. The value pack includes 2 free enrollments that you can help new customers get started, which in turn will help you get your products paid for. The premium pack is a good one. In fact, it's better than the good one. The basic is the good one. The premium pack includes some of the snacks that make your cleanse easier and better. And then the basic pack down the bottom is your bare bone basics for your weight loss system. So get with a person who invites you, and they'll help you decide which pack is best for you. Again, if you're coming in this as a business owner and you want to build a business and make money, obviously, if you come on a Wednesday call, you'll hear that the ultimate pack is by far the best choice. The value pack is our best choice for customers, and then the lesser packs are decent too if the budget really restricts what you can afford. Again, I want to focus on the value pack for my next illustration. This is a picture of the value pack. I used to not promote this pack, and I used to do it because I used to make the decision for people. I used to figure, they all want to come with a basic pack. No, I was so wrong. I had a guy go home one night. He did the math. He said, Chuck, you just cost me a lot of money. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, if you'd let me buy the value pack or even let me know about it, I could have saved over $100 by buying them in a value pack instead of having to go back and buy the things I wanted individually. And ever since that day, I always emphasize the value pack and let people make up their own mind. So come celebrate with us, celebrate your results, and let me show you how you can get your products paid for through our simple marketing structure called You Share, They Share, Repeat. It works as easy as this. When you share this concept with others, it's just like any other referral program. You're going to get a referral bonus. You're going to earn between $25 and $150 based on the size of the pack your customer buys. You're going to get a customer ID number. When people enroll, they sign up for an account, just like you would an Amazon or an eBay account or any other kind of account. They sign up for an account. When they do that, they're going to use your referrer ID, and you're going to earn either a customer product introduction voucher if you're a customer, or a product introduction bonus if you're an associate. The only difference between an associate and a customer is the associate has gone to their back office and clicked on a big purple box that says become an associate. There's no cost. You simply sign up, you watch a compliance video, so you keep it all legit like I talked about on this first slide, and then you're an associate instead of a customer. Again, the only difference is voucher versus commission. Commission, you can pay your rent, you can pay whatever you want, and you can buy products with. The vouchers are only good for Isagenix products. There's also other parts of the compensation plan we'll talk about Wednesday night that you can tap into as an associate. So if you share this with a couple other people to become customers and purchase a value pack, as we recommend for you and your customers in most cases, you're going to earn $100 per value pack that's bought using your referral code. There's no limit to how many of these earn you per month, per week, per day. You can do as many as you want. In this example, you did 2. Now, in this example, you did 2 value packs in the same business week. The business week starts Monday, goes through Sunday. If you do 2 in the same week, your product introduction bonus doubles. We call it double PIB for short. It's amazing. So right there, with 2 new customers getting value packs, you've earned $400. But wait, it's better than that because you also just became a consultant. You rank advance from an associate to a consultant simply by having 2 customers. One on the right team, one on the left team. You get a $50 rank advancement bonus, plus your $400 double PIB for introducing 2 people to value packs. That's $450. You have almost completely paid for your value pack, and you've got a tremendous amount of food and nutrition paid for with 2 customers. Well, you teach your 2 customers to become associates and also get 2 customers, they're going to have the same benefits that you enjoyed, but you're going to earn $100 when you develop a consultant you personally enrolled. Now, that's applicable to your first 20 consultants. That's $2,000 that Isagenix has set aside, helping you as you go along the way, helping people become consultants. Now, if you accomplish that right there, 6 new customers, 2 that you personally enrolled, and 2 each that they personally enrolled, if you do that within your first 60 days, you are what's called a crystal manager. If you do that more than 60 days, you're still the rank of a manager, but that crystal manager is important because you get an extra $250 bonus if you do that within 60 days of becoming an associate. That's exciting because you do all the math right there, and that's $900 you just earned. Here's a screen. I was at Eric Worre event in Chicago, not last weekend, but the weekend before that, and they showed this screen. I had to take a picture of it. I absolutely loved it. If you achieve this rank within 60 days of joining, you get the consultant bonus, $50. You get double PIB on a couple value packs sold in 1 week. That's $400. You personally develop 2 consultants. That's $200. Plus, you become a crystal manager, which is simply a manager within 60 days. That's $250. You add that all up, it's $900. So when do you want to start seeing results, both in your body and the transformation? You heard my story. You heard Deanna's story. We have hundreds of thousands of stories to share with you. This product absolutely works. It's been validated over and over and over again in the last 16 years. It works. So the question is, how soon do you want it to start working for you? We're part of the best team in all of Isagenix. We say that with complete confidence and humility. Wealth creation, when you look at the poster for Isagenix, the handout poster that they provide for us to help present the product, the Cepeda's picture is under the wealth creation portion of the brochure. They are the masters at this, and they teach us how to do the same thing. Every Monday night we have a product Zoom call. Every Wednesday night we have a business Zoom call where we'll have someone like Deanna who's made a lot of money showing you how you too can have success. This is no respect of persons, no education requirement, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your age, as long as you're of legal age to do a business, 18 and older. You can be as old as you want. The opportunity is here for you. Daily calls every morning that the Cepedas still personally do, most of them. Absolutely amazing. They earned $2.5 million last year, and they still take time out of their busy schedule to help each and every one of us succeed on a daily basis. I've been in this industry 20 plus years. I've been the #1 incomer of 4 different small companies, nothing big like Isagenix for sure. This is my home for life. But I've never seen leaders like Herb and Patty Cepeda who have a heart for each and every one of us to succeed. There's much, much more. Get to Express University if all possible. Tickets are selling fast. I do want to wrap up. For those of you that are already associates, there is a promotion going on, and it goes through April 1st, Easter Sunday. This week, if you become a manager this week for the first time, you will earn not $250 like I just described in the You Share, They Share, but for this week, if start at March 5th, if you weren't a manager by March 5th and you are one by April 1st, you will earn not just $250, but double, $500. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that motivates you to go out and help somebody enjoy these great products and change their life, transform their life. So the same example I showed you just a couple seconds ago for $900, for this week, if you've never been a manager before, it's not $900, it's $1,150. Free shipping and free membership. Now, where in the world do you have a company that has a promotion where they're going to pay you an extra $250 by achieving a rank, and then they make it easier for you to do it? So this week, they're offering a special promotion, free shipping and free membership. I've never seen a better promotion for customers in the year I've been involved with Isagenix. So the company has gone out and said, look, we want to help you succeed. And so they're making it available for our customers to have free shipping and free membership this week only. So if you're a guest watching this call live, you've got all week, but why wait? Get started, and you can help a couple people, get a couple people. As You Share, They Share. You do that by Sunday, and you will have earned $1,150 if they buy value packs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so exciting. I hope you catch the momentum. Next week, next Monday night, we're going to have the man, Daniel Parton, on the call with us. He was the runner-up in the Ice Body Challenge in 2016. He's a personal friend. This guy is almost as awesome as Deanna. Another one of my favorites. You don't want to miss it. So get back with the person who invites you. God bless you. We want to see you at the top. Come succeed with us. If it's just the products and transforming your body, that's what 85, 87% of people do. We love customers. If you're one of the 13% that want to make some money to pay for your products, or maybe the 1 or 2% that want to make a lot of money, like Deanna and others, myself included, come join Isagenix, join our team. We want to see you succeed. Deanna, thank you so much for joining me. All of our guests, thank you for being here. God bless you. Get back with the person who invites you. This is your week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.